But what Mike Kliss said, I really, really like this. More freedom equal more risk and led to Bo being more aggressive. And he's talking about freedom at the line of scrimmage from his head coach.
Right.
You and I, going into the season, even on Friday's show, hey, he's going to get more freedom. You're going to hear more checks from Bo.
Right.
We watched some of that.
He gets to audible.
Out at camp, and it was like, whoa, this is cool. He's
nice.
Gaining trust from his head coach. With the way that he played, is that trust gone now? Will he have that similar freedom and allow himself to take more risk? And again, we have to keep in mind, me specifically, they won the game.
Right. Yeah, they won. They're coming off a win, but Bo Nix didn't look like Bo Nix. So I think he's going to get a little bit more time, right? I think he deserves more time and more freedom. You're going to get there eventually. So much like I feel about Julian Lewis, and I'm like, okay, Ryan Staub's the starter, or at least he should be. Juju, like, get him going, right? Get those experience. This is just get going with that freedom. Get going with that audible. Get going. What are you seeing? And then in film study, go back and be like, no, you should have seen this. Like, you were looking at this, but they fooled you, and what had happened is you should have been watching for this.
Yep.
That's where Sean can come in. So will Bo Nix continue to have the freedom? Will Sean Payton allow it? Yeah. Sean is bullheaded as the day is long. I know, shocker. Sean Payton has a ginormous ego that he loves to tell George Payton about, right?
Yeah.
All the George, hey, they were talking about my ego, George. Did you hear him talking about my ego on the fan, George? It was awesome. So, and George Payton has to deal with that. Bo Nix has to deal with that. But here's the nice thing about Sean. What works? The last time he had a top 10 offense was with Drew Brees. He hasn't had one without Drew Brees. He knows that. But, and I've seen this a little bit, and I want to really push back against this. There are people out there that say the game has passed Sean Payton by. I wholeheartely disagree with that. Like, I couldn't disagree with it more.
They skipped last season, or what were they doing?
Yeah, I don't exactly know. But, it's, again, nerds looking at top 10. He's not top 10.
Sean has work to do.
Yes.
But to think that the game has passed him by, you're exposing yourself. You're pulling your pants down and exposing yourself.
And it's ridiculous to suggest that. But there are people now, after week one, being like, oh, Sean doesn't know what. And no, it just takes time. We've been preaching patience on this show. I think in early August, I was like, I'm going to kill the Titans 45-0. And then, no, that wasn't the case because we saw the offensive struggle. So it's like, okay, we're going to, they're going to beat the Titans and it's a work in progress and the Colts are going to be more of a threat than we thought. And like, you just know you have to have the patience with this young man. And Sean Payton he'll give him the car keys again. I took 2 weeks out of high school to put a 302 in a 61 Ford unibody.
What do you mean? You just took time off of school?
Yeah, I didn't care. So I took 2 weeks out of high school my sophomore year because I've been driving since I was like 11, and I've been driving on like country roads since I was about the same age, by the way. So I took 2 weeks out, had my truck, 61 Ford, beautiful unibody. They only did it 1 year. I rolled it 8 days later.
Nice.
So I took 2 weeks off, put an engine in. It was one of those great father-son type things, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
More dad doing the work than me, but still.
Like, hold the flashlight.
Exactly. So nervous. I rolled the truck 8 days later.
That sucks, dude.
Guess who was driving to school the next day? Me. I got the keys to Lil Gray then. Lil Gray had dents in it anyway, so it didn't matter. But, like, I rolled my truck about a week after I had just fixed it up, my very first truck, and I got the keys the next day to go to school. You got work to do, right? Sean Payton is going to give Bo Nix the keys again. Hey, kid, don't roll it this time. You got work to do.
And I like that. That should be the approach. It's also week 2, right? I have to keep reminding myself. We're giving them, you gave the running backs 5 weeks. We got to give the team 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
We got to give the offense, not really the defense. I guess it's just the offense, 4 or 5 weeks to figure out who they are. Now, Bo has to be better. 100%. He has to be better. But I'm with you. Don't take away that freedom right now. If he continues to show you that he can't handle that responsibility, just like you do with your kids, you give them a little. If they take a mile, you pull it right back. They take inch by inch, learning as they go. You continue to give them a little bit of leeway. Bo Nix is a teenage boy when it comes to playing quarterback in the NFL. Give him a little. Make sure he doesn't screw it up by taking a mile, and then give a little bit more as he shows he can handle the responsibility.
And make sure to launder his socks regularly because it's gross. He's all teenagey and stinky and sweaty. Like, yeah.
Of course, that's why. That's why they're gross.
Exactly, of course. That's totally why.
He also talked about, we got into the John Franklin Myers stuff. He said if it is serious, it's only a game or so. But, I mean, you got Jonathan Taylor. I would really love to see John Franklin Myers playing for the Denver Broncos this weekend. I like the Broncos to win this game. We'll obviously pick tomorrow. But with JFM out, that's going to change my mind a little bit.
Yeah. And that's a much better offensive line with Indianapolis than with Tennessee. And that's going to be a real test. If they can gash you, if they can do what the Buffalo Bills did in the wild card game of like not really pass because they don't have to, then they will. They will. And it won't only be Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to talk to VJ today. And my God, one of my joys of this job is being able to talk ball with Vance Joseph. I want to know, like, what's the strategy? Because they're going to throw DJ Giddens at you. Giddens is damn good in Big 12 back. And, that's why RJ Harvey the fit here is great, but Giddens was special in the Big 12. And he's making plays. 12 carries last week. Come on, man. That's crazy when you have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
So if they can just run the ball, they will. What's VJ's plan? I'm going to ask.
Can't wait to hear it. I'd love to hear what VJ has in store. Great stuff from Mike Kliss. Again, we get him at 11 now on Thursdays. So set a reminder or go back and find our podcast. Just search Dover and Cecil, wherever it is you find podcasts. Hit it up at denversports.com. And you can revisit some of the things we learned from Mike Kliss. We'll do that a little later on in the show as well.